بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I hope you are all well, inshallah, and ready for today's session. Today, inshallah, we will be looking at the letter Dha. Now, letter Dha, just like what we've been doing in previous days, also shares its articulation point, or its makhraj, with other letters, and the letters we have already covered. So letter Dha shares its articulation point with the letter Dhal. Just write it here. The letter Dhal and the letter Tha. Okay, so all three of these letters come from the same place. So just a quick reminder of where do these letters come from? How are they produced? They are pronounced using the tip of the tongue again. Where is the tip? Where does the tip of the tongue go? Again, upper two front teeth, where the incisors. Okay, we have the incisors, the two upper teeth, and the tip of the tongue touches the bottom edge. So the bottom edge of the upper two front teeth, the tip of the tongue comes and touches the bottom edge. Okay. Now, it seems as though, so what's happening is your tongue is kind of sticking out a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, from the teeth. So when you say the Dha, there is a difference between the three letters. For the letter Tha, a little bit more of your tongue might come out. For the letter Dha, the least amount of tongue comes out. Okay, it's the very tip of the tongue that just touches the bottom edge of the upper two incisors. Okay. Now, how do we pronounce this this letter when it has a fatha? We pronounce this as Dha, Dha. So you'll notice that the tongue is not pressed hard against the teeth. Okay, it's not pressing hard, but it gently touches the teeth and it pushes away. When I want to pronounce it with a fatha, now again, there's no horizontal movement; it's just vertical. So the jaw just opens straight down, and I say Dha, Dha. Now it is another heavy letter, which makes it similar to some of the heavy letters that we've already seen. And as I mentioned, heavy letters are all kind of produced in the same kind of way. Okay, so what are we trying to achieve here? We're trying to make sure that the back of the tongue is raised, slightly pushed back. Okay, because the tip of the tongue comes up for the Dha and the back of the tongue is raised, you end up with, you should have like a dip in the middle of the tongue which comes down. With the roof of the mouth at the top, you then have this area between the middle of the tongue, which is dipped down, and the roof of the mouth. And again, what we're trying to do is direct the sound of our voice to go straight up to the upper palate. Okay, straight up to the middle of the upper palate. That's where you're trying to make the sound go. And in that space between the dipped tongue and the roof of the mouth, the sound starts bouncing around, which creates a kind of echoey type effect. Okay. And we want that. La, la. So you don't want to be saying la, right? It sounds heavy, but the sound is coming straight out. I'm not trapping it, and I need to trap it inside. And that's what happens when I make that dip in the tongue and try to direct my voice to the middle of the upper palate. La, la. With a dhamma, we say lu, la, lu, la, lu. When we say with a kasra, we say li, la, lu, li, la, lu, li. With a sukoon, the Dha again is a rahawa letter. It's one that we stay on, we prolong it. And when we pronounce it, now it's not an airy letter. So we shouldn't be hearing the breath coming through at the same time. So it's not like and you hear like the breath coming through. That would be incorrect. It is a letter of jahr. So it's a letter that relies on the sound of your voice. So you should hear your voice coming through. And this is why we say the tongue touches the teeth, but you don't press on the teeth so hard. If you press too hard, you'll block the path. And what you need is to run the sound of the Dha when it's sakin. You want a small gap that the sound can pass. Okay, this is between the tip of the tongue and the teeth. So we say L. You see the sound can pass through between the tongue and the teeth. L, L, and you prolong it. Okay, it is a rahawa letter. So wa, lu, li, L, wa, lu, li, L. What about some examples from the Quran, we have the word with here with the letter dha with a fatha. Dhannan, dhannan, dha. You see that movement? Dha before you go to the noon. Dhannan. Another example with a kasra. Kadhimin, kadhimin, kadhimin. And finally, another example, this one is mushaddad. So we've got the joining dha in here. So because the first one is joint and is sakina, when we say humul, now we've got to make sure we do the rakhawa, so prolong it. We've got to make sure the sound continues to flow. Okay, no breath. Okay, so gentle touching of the teeth. Humul, humul walimin. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Please do use the practice link that has been provided in the YouTube description and practice along with the Sheikh. جزاكم الله خيرا. May Allah accept from all of us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.